Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about Ozark. That's right, season 1 and 2. Season 2, I believe, dropped recently on Netflix. Not too recently, but not too long ago. And I've been hearing about this Ozark series, right, on Netflix. David, you should check out this show. I've been told by some friends, I've been hearing from people online. And so finally, I decided to say, okay, let me sit down, check out this show. This was like maybe a little bit over a week ago, and I literally got finished last Thursday. And now I'm rewatching the series. That's right, from the beginning with my father, because I said to myself, man, this show is like Breaking Bad. I think my dad will really enjoy this one. And I am right. My dad is really enjoying it. So, what can I say about this show, man? This show has me on edge quite a lot of the times. I'm not gonna say it's as good as Breaking Bad, but I will say it's definitely up there as a really good television show for entertainment and thinking purposes. It really is a show that gets you invested in what this family is up to, what they're doing, the trouble they get into, and you do worry about them sometimes, despite being maybe a little bit not so great people. They're clearly very flawed characters. Even the kids are flawed in this show. The show stars Jason Bateman as Marty Byrde and his wife Wendy. I recognize the actress who played Wendy from her voice, because I'm thinking to myself when I was watching the series for the first time, I know this actress. And I realized she was the actress who played Jim Carrey's fake actress wife in The Truman Show. And so in the beginning, I would think to myself, I wonder if she'll break out and, advertise for soap or something. I thought that would have been funny, but it wasn't that type of a show. This was a very serious show, and I really did like the chemistry between her and Marty. Wendy and Marty's characters had great interaction, great chemistry there. They made a fantastic duo while also having some cracks within their relationship. And I really enjoyed the kid angle as well. The two kids in the show, one of them is their teenage daughter, Charlotte, and their young son, Jonah, who I thought, a lot of people say it, that these two kids are going to be messed up. And it's true. They are forced to grow up pretty quickly because of the stupidity that their parents are now in. They put their kids in danger, but their kids Jonah is going out hunting animals and studying on their corpses and playing around with guns, and no kid should ever use a gun, but hey, Marty and Wendy are bad parents. What can you say? I really did like the old man in this series. I thought he was a really great character. I was kind of sad when something happens. I'm not going to say when, and I'm not going to say what, but something happens to the old guy that I was kind of sad about. And it's funny because when you go back and watch the beginning of the series, they kind of tell you that, that secret, that spoiler. And so they kind of tell you ahead of time. But I kind of forgot about it by the time it hits a certain episode. And it was kind of tragic. It's probably obvious what I'm hinting at, but whatever. You should be watching the show. I'm the only one that's far behind as usual with these type of shows, because usually these type of shows are hard for me to trust right away because I don't know what kind of show it is. Usually I stick with the superhero stuff like Arrow and Flash and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff like that, because those are the safety net shows for me. I know what to expect from those type of shows, so I know I'm going to be enjoying them on the level that they're on. This is a type of show where I'm very hesitant to take people's opinions on, because I'm what if I don't like the show? If someone had told me it's kind of like Breaking Bad, then I probably would have jumped on it a little bit earlier. And there's not really, it's not them dealing with meth, but I it's more of the angle that these characters get themselves into these sticky situations, and you're wondering, man, how are they going to get out of them? Plus, I also like the business angle of it all, how they laundry the money and how they have to start up these businesses to make the money for these Mexican cartels. And then you got these characters called the Snells, which are farmers, which farmer the drugs, the heroin, and they have their own scheming plots going on. So it's like, man, these characters get themselves into so much trouble. You're wondering, how are they going to make it out of all of this alive? And sometimes they do, sometimes they just make it by a little inch, and sometimes the trouble is still lurking behind them. So I am going to say I really enjoyed these first 2 seasons of Ozark. I was pleasantly surprised. At first, I wasn't too sure. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I think I'm checking out. But I didn't check out. I actually stayed on tune, and I got more and more invested as each episode went by. I think by episode 6, I was definitely hooked. Episode 5 or 6, I was hooked by that point. And I would recommend it to anybody that hasn't checked this show out, like myself, getting on late in the train. And they do leave it open for a season 3 to happen, which most likely it will, since I'm hearing a lot of great things from a lot of people. And that's how I checked it out, and that's how you should be checking it out too. If David says it's good, it must be good. So go ahead, guys. Go check out this show, Ozark. If you are already watching Ozark, then comment below and leave down your thoughts on the first 2 seasons. Tell me anything I probably should have talked about on this show that maybe I missed. I'm sure there's a lot. There's a lot of really cool characters that it could have gotten into, like Ruth and her cousins and her uncles and the FBI agent, who I thought was good at first, and then wow, that guy turned into a big douchebag towards the end. And but he got what was coming to him. And yeah, so there's a lot of really great characters in this show I could go more in depth into, but I don't want to. So I just wanted to tell you guys how I felt about this show, and I love it, and I can't wait for a new season when it comes out. Who knows how long I have to wait for season 3, but I'm finally glad I'm caught up. It's not that many episodes. It's only 20 episodes. That's 2 seasons with 10 episodes each. So go check it out if you haven't. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my Patreon page. I'm trying to get some donations going, but it's not working. So maybe I should just give up. But you'll never know. Maybe some people want to help out. I don't know. I want to grow my YouTube channel, and it's not easy. So with that being said, until next time, everybody, take care.